What's going on, everybody? Sabus here, and I'm back in Vermintide 2 with my final video on Markus Kruber, showing off Markus the Foot Knight. Probably my favorite one for Kruber. This is the build that I usually played in Vermintide 1. I loved the sword and shield combo. I thought it was fantastic. But I don't think it's quite as good in this game, unfortunately. I do think they nerfed it a little bit from last game. So I am using sword and shield combo here. And what I used to do in the last game a lot is if I was up against the Horde, I wouldn't block so much, even though in this game, wow, six stamina is huge. What I used to do is I'd power attack and like shield bash over and over and over. But the thing is, they got rid of that, unfortunately. You can't shield bash over and over and over, because I think it was a little bit overpowered because it had so much knockback. So now it's a shield bash into a stab into a slash. Fine, I guess it's a little more balanced. I'll take it. I do admit it was super like overpowered. It was super crowd control-y, where you could just shield bash over and over because it hit so many targets. But that's fine. It's balanced out by the fact that you have 6 stamina and absolutely insane defensive abilities. So let's take a look at his passive called Protective Presence. Damage resistance aura, increased stamina, reduced damage taken. All of that translates to you take less damage, your teammates take less damage, you block more damage. Like, playing with a Foot Knight Kruber extends your survivability by so much. Like, I don't know the percentages, but any damage on the harder difficulties that you don't take is super useful. Like, the damage resistance aura is super good because he's obviously going to be up front in the fight, and if you're up front with him in the fight, you're going to be taking less damage, which means that you can possibly kill more or just get like screwed by like stupid stuff less. And I assume this also goes for like, I don't know, assassins. I assume you take less damage from them then, which is really good. Rattling gunners, less damage if you're near him. So it is really, really good. He's just a super supportive character. This guy's not going out slaying all the rats. He's blocking a ton and being just up in the fight, preventing you from taking damage. His career skill, Valiant Charge. Markus charges forward, slamming into enemies and pushing them forward. Again, super supportive. If you're paying attention to the upper right, you'll see it in one of the clips. He charges forward. He just pushes everything in his way back. And I'll show that now. It's actually pretty far as well that he charges. Like, that's really far. And anything in that path just gets pushed out of the way. Meaning that you're just moving all enemies farther away from your teammates and allowing them to regenerate. And look how fast it comes back, you know? And if you're stuck in a horde and you need to get out, you can just turn around to your teammates and use it and get out and knock down enemies on the way. It's really, I think, in my opinion, I believe that the Foot Knight Kruber is one of the most balanced, team-oriented classes in the game. Like, there are a lot like of supportive traits that characters have, but everything about Kruber is supporting your teammates, and I think that's something that is missing from a lot of people's mindsets. Like, I'm sure if you've played this game, you've noticed a lot of Carillion Waystalkers, they like to bring high damage, fast weapons and just run at enemies. And that's because they don't need to worry about damage because they regenerate. And that's fine. But you get a lot of those people. And it gets frustrating, you know? Because this is supposed to be a team game. And we're playing as this guy. I would sure hope that your teammates realize just how crazy of a support Foot Knight Kruber is. So if you guys are playing and someone on your team's playing Foot Knight Kruber, stay by him, you know? Let him be the first one into the fight so he can block everything and bash all the enemies over, and then come in and finish stuff off. And if you're playing Kruber, play like that. Don't be selfish and try to get all the kills because, you know, you're a Foot Knight, you should get it. No, just play the role. It really is fun, and I think it's a really good thing that there's such a supportive role in the game. Anyway though, I'm going to go ahead and stop ranting, and we're going to go on to Against the Grain here, and I will see you guys when we're in combat. Alright, so we've got our enemies here, and immediately knock them down, you know? Even the Chaos Warrior here, knock him down. And like you can see, that attack, the power attack, also just knocks him down. I'll show you on this guy right here. Or not. I totally missed. I'm trying to show the... Look at that. Knocked both of them down. But you can see just how much stamina I have. It's super useful to just go in, knock everything down. Look at that. It does stop me, but staggered the Chaos Warrior. Stopped him from hitting anybody. And I think in this situation, this is when I'm going to be at the front with my shield up. For sure. Okay, maybe not, because there's a... Oh, I forgot to go over the ranged weapon, because I totally forgot. It's a piece of crap. I'm just using the blunderbuss, because close range. I totally forgot to go over that. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend a range main, that's for sure. You can see, you spam that block a little bit, and all your enemies are down. Here we go. Ready for this? Look at that. Like, I got myself in trouble there, but then got myself right out of trouble too. Super good. I have no way of killing that thing right now. Absolutely no way of killing it. There we go. I'm surprised. I really do think he's genuinely fun though. Like, look at that. I just came in here, saved Carillion by knocking down like, what, 6 enemies with this shield bash. Gosh, so good. Such a good supportive role. I honestly think that this is going to be one of my favorite in the whole game, because his talents, and I know I haven't looked at them, but I'm going to look at them when I've actually unlocked all of them, but his talents support this a lot as well. He's got a lot of talents that increases stamina, increases auras. It's really, really good. They've definitely built him to be a hard support role. They have not built him to be DPS or anything. He's all tank. All tank support. I don't think his other power attacks are very fantastic. I'm sure it's good armor piercing and good headshot damage with the stab, but I can't imagine that it's like fantastic. I'm gonna try to get some enemies and test out the stab. So yeah, that's what I figured. It is gonna be obviously a one-shot kill to weaker enemies, but I wonder if he can bash the gutter runners. Alright, so really not much AoE either with the backhand swing there. This one, not a ton of AoE with that. Plenty of stamina there. Look at that. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I love it. I love it. This is the stuff I like to see. I know a lot of people do just like to play the aggro Carillion, but like, I love the whole supportive, playing certain roles. Here we go with a Horde though. I'm gonna see. where they're coming from. Here they are. Oh my gosh. It's such an odd sound. Look at this though. You can try. They can try. Like if you're in a hallway with Kruber just holding it down, oh man, you are not getting through. The rats are not getting through. Jeez, I love that. That's so funny to me. I'm sure you could do some pretty crazy stuff if you play... I can't believe I missed that. If you play Footman Kruber with like an insane melee weapon, like not the sword and shield, and you like ult through enemy lines to the back and like are able to take him out, I'm sure you could do some crazy stuff. But this video is like the total opposite of my Huntsman video, because I said the Huntsman's absolute trash and like he's just not a good good class to play. But like I think this is a fantastic class. I wonder if I can... No, I can't stagger him with that. Look at that though. Only took one shield off me with all of its attacks. That's insane. Now, obviously, I'm gonna, you know, not be able to block that. Oh my gosh, gotta love it. Gotta love those unblockable attacks. Right back into the battle though. That's the thing. He's so reactive as well. Like if your teammate's in trouble, you can just ult straight into the battle to help him. Like he has all of the tools to be such a perfect support class. I really think like a lot of the classes could really use some redoing, specifically Huntsman Kruber. But like I think this class is so balanced and just so like well made. It's so good, I think. It really is. I think this class is fantastic. I think it's one of my favorites so far. The more I play it, the more I like it. I wasn't initially excited for it because I figured, oh, it's just gonna be like normal and like nah. Then this was, mind you, before I learned about all the passive stuff. But like, I'm really liking him a lot. I'm just gonna dash into this. Yeah, look at that. Just knocked him over. I love it. Gosh, I'm having so much fun. I'm gonna have to end this video though. I can't play through the whole mission because that's boring. You don't want to see 20 minutes of the same thing over and over. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Next up will be Barden, so I'm gonna keep grinding on him, and I will see you all next time.